Hello and welcome. Today we've got Steve Lepkowski. Did I say it correct this time?
That's perfect, my friend.
Oh,
Perfect.
lovely. Well, today we're going to speak about energy and wellness for our bodies. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to my Telegram channel and to nicholasveniamin.com for you to receive my free newsletters. And also, if you're watching this for the first time, on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview. However, I did make a deal with Steve, and hopefully we can leave the full interview on YouTube if we behave ourselves, so we don't get censored. So Steve, how are you? And thank you for joining me.
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a great couple months here as we ramp into summer here in Virginia Beach. So if I walked outside right now, the sun is beaming. You can just kind of feel the growth of everything. Everything is green. Everything's just beautiful moving into summer. I'll be out in my little convertible sports car. I got a 52-year-old sports car. It's called a Chevy Corvair. Now, if you're not familiar with this is the car that Ralph Nader got taken off the road because he said it was unsafe at any speed. So I will be at all speeds today driving with my convertible. It's the only rear engine American car ever made where the engine is behind the axle. So It was designed to compete with the Beetle a long, long time ago. So I had a 10-year run, and I got one of the good ones in 66. So I'll be out enjoying the sun today.
It sounds like a lot of fun because over here in the UK, we're just enjoying, the clouds. We don't have any enjoyment here.
Well, you need artificial sun, I guess. Well, the sun in wellness, just think about our bodies and what God expected out of our bodies. And I think that the being in the sun, being outside is really important. I don't think he designed us to be contained inside and having to recycle what we're breathing and recycling what we're living in. I think he was designed more for us to be outside. So I invite you, clouds or no clouds, to go outside. And if you can find a spot where you can ground yourself, where you can take off your shoes and stand on God's green earth, and allow these negative energies to just populate out of your body, you'll feel so much refreshed, so nicely. Now, don't do it on your neighbor's yard if they use pesticides and chemicals, right? Do it in a spot where the ground is good and healthy, okay? And that's going to shunt all this built up energy in your body, is going to move it to ground. So whether it comes from EMF, it comes from life and emotions, all the negative energy is going to run out of your body. So we call that grounding. And it's not something that's practical for us to do all the time, but it's something that when we can do it, we should take advantage of doing it.
Absolutely. So we have so much, frequencies and radiation and Wi-Fi that, and all these signals that have been embedded with this corrupt matrix, if you like. Trying to remember to be sensible here so we can leave this on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, Nicholas, there are good frequencies in the world and there are bad frequencies. Bad frequencies can be man-made or God-made, right? Good frequencies can be man-made or God-made. So understand that in life, as we move up in the energy scale, as these energies can hit our bodies and the frequencies can hit our body, we can do a lot more damage, a lot more negative impact to our biology. Okay, so I think it's really important to understand that all sources of negative energies are bad, right? All sources, whether they come from just being around or whether it's a Wi-Fi box or anything else, it's going to cause a negative impact to our biology. Okay, and as the faster we go in frequency, the better experience we want in our life. Okay, moving information around, the higher the frequency has to be so we can move more data, right? I have background in designing computer chips for cell phones, so I'm very familiar with it. The higher the frequency, the less distance we have to go, the more energy we need to go to move the information. So now we're getting bombarded. Now, the faster the frequency, the less depth they go into our body, which is good if you think about it. Back in 1G and 2G days, that energy would go in and get absorbed in the dense tissue. And the faster frequencies we go, it's less and less depth, and maybe the next generation will all just be absorbed in the hair of our bodies, and we won't have to worry about as much from those kind of sources. But for now, it does go into the body and disrupt our biology. So our biology is disrupted from the time we wake up to the time we wake up every day. And those negative energies can come from a whole host of different things, from what we hear to what we see to what we smell, what we can touch. in what is touching our bodies, right? Whether that's light, there's some lights that are bad for us. We know that blue lights are bad. That's why we have special glasses for people that are super sensitive if they're looking at the computer monitor. So the opportunity for us is now to recognize that there's bad frequencies, there's bad energies of the world, and what can we do to stop the decay of the biology, right? So we don't have those kind of impacts. So one of the common effects that we see when folks are getting this negative energy is their mind gets crazy. Okay, they just can't get in sorts, is what I call it, especially at nighttime when they're trying to sleep. And what we have found is most of the time it's an anxiety point. The body is sensing this anxiety and it can't control it. It can't do something about it. Okay, because our body disrupted from what we've eaten, what we've said, what we smelled. All these things in our senses are now driving our body and disconnecting everything. So I've spent 15 years researching ways to energetically reconnect the body, to create a biological influence through outside energies. These are energies of the world. They're energies from natural things. They're not man-made. These are just absorbed and passed into the body to make a biological difference. We've shown this time and time again how we can make this happen. But now it comes down to the biology. How can you help someone? So if you've got anxiety, you're not sleeping well, you sleep for a while, then you wake up, or you can't sleep till late and get up late, tired and groggy, you're clearly being infected by some level of toxicity, whether it's emotional toxicity, spiritual toxicity, energetic toxicity, or electrical toxicity. If something's building up in the body, not letting us back to get to a normal. So I wanted to introduce you to one of our products that help manage that. Okay, this is our wellness product, and this is designed very specifically to help people that want to sleep better. Okay, we developed these patches. These would go on your one of the 3 spots we show you on our documentation along the neck. And these you're going to put on before you go to bed, and you can take off in the morning. Okay, so you can be revived. What this is doing is it's taking energetic signals of over 150 different frequencies. It would be like holding magnesium and sodium and calcium and melatonin and Reggie's rice and turmeric and all the things that the body would want to have in order to get a good night's sleep. Instead of taking it chemically, we can activate it energetically. So instead of laying in bed at night with a big old something around your neck, holding all these chemicals on your neck, allowing the frequencies going to the body, we can consolidate down to something that's 1 inch by 1 inch. And the body gets that. It's going to feel the presence of those chemicals. It's going to make a biological impact. And I think that is ultimately the coolest thing. We take what acupuncture taught us, thousands of years, over 5,000 years of history with energetic medicine and treating the body energetically. And we've combined it into a patch that can provide that directly to the body. Nicholas, you'll be amazed at the amount of people, 87 to 90% of the population that use this product report back that they get significantly better sleep, that they can tell you, and they are addicted to these things. This is a kind of a lifetime commitment. In my opinion, it's a couple months commitment, then just get your body to readjust and manage better. And as you sleep better, everything else happens better. Your physical nature gets improved, your spiritual, everything's better when you start to sleep better and you have that more energy. And these are the kind of things that I expect. So if I can get 92, 93% to get better sleep, not significantly better, that's the 87 percentile, but another 5 or 6 percentile, just say, hey, they're just a little bit better. Okay, in a product like this, I think I've got a revolution here in helping people get past this toxicity of the world that affects our brain and affects our body. We can get by and get back to a good night's sleep and spiral our bodies, our wellness right back up and be ready for the next day.
It sounds amazing, but I'm very curious, what's actually in these stickers? What's the ingredients? What's the mix that has that effect?
Right. That's the cool part is this is non-chemical, there's nothing in this but an adhesive on the back and a mylar layer that we use to embed frequencies. Okay. So imagine if your body was sensitive to sodium, you could hold sodium in your hand and put it on various acupuncture points, meridians of the body, and you can create a biological impact by holding a piece of sodium against your body. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's highly explosive. I mean, it'll absolutely burn right away. So don't use sodium, raw sodium. But there are natural things in life that we can get in a vial or in very high pure form, and we could use that on our bodies and create a biological difference. The Chinese have been doing it for 5,000 years. So imagine that I could study biology, and I've been doing it for the last 10, 12 years, in recognizing what creates what change in the body? What does ashwagandha do to the body? And is that a positive change or is that a negative change? Does that relieve anxiety? Absolutely. So ashwagandha would be one of the frequencies. Now you can ingest ashwagandha and then it's limited to the chemical system of the body, or you can take it energetically. And I'm serious. I mean, take it. It's going to be signaling to your body. If your body senses that its presence, it's going to biologically respond. Just like your body would biologically respond to a lullaby. Okay. Mm. It's going to hear something. It's going to create something through the vasovagal nerve. It's going to connect the brain and the spine. I hear it. I process it. I push the information down to the spine, and the spine starts to regulate the body and calm it down and move it towards a more of a sleep-like mode. Okay. So this would be almost like energetic lullabies to the body. It would start to activate the things in our body. You want to kick it up a notch, you're going to play your favorite Dean Martin song or Frank Sinatra song, you get charged back up. And if you really want to drive someone crazy, you can play random music, random noises loud, and you'll totally drive them crazy because the body can't process it. So this is about natural frequencies. This is about natural energies that are coming into the body and making a biological change. Nicholas, everything in the world, everything that comes from the elements that we have, comes from God, is just vibration and energy. And it's up to me to harness that to create those signals back into the body to create the biological change that I'm looking for. So no chemicals, nothing but a family of frequencies like melatonin we use. We use red yeast rice. We use turmeric, anti-inflammatories that take the body down. We use coffee berry, which would give us a ton of signaling for reducing oxidants in the blood. Okay, it's going to push the pH to the levels that it needs to be at 7.2 to 7.6. It's all going to manage the body's wellness by getting the body to do it itself. No outside chemicals doing it. It's just liver, kidneys start talking to each other. And this product just re-engages that just like an acupuncturist needle is going to do.
Is this a new thing that you have? Is this a new thing? Because I haven't come across the stickers that you have in, the ones that you stick on your neck.
Yeah, so these have been out for a couple months now. We did some trials through some other folks like yourself, and those trials came back very, very good. And we've been offering the product now to the world, and it's starting to ramp up. And the feedback we're getting, I like to take this like every customer is a part of my experiment, right? As part of my data gathering. I have 29 journals, and I add to it all the time. And these journals allow me to track how my products are doing and any kind of feedback that a customer would give me. So now we're very comfortable. We're in the 90s percentile of people able to use this product and sleep. Now we're just broadcasting it to the world. We're offering it to folks that outside of the more control group that we have. Now we're going to just go flood the world with these kind of products. So now I'll have all sorts of data. And we typically have plenty of feedback. Customers, when it doesn't work, we're able to kind of assess. I personally take calls and find out what's causing lack of sleep and why this product would or wouldn't work. Maybe it's a different location on the body, or it's something happening in their life that we can bring to the forefront to maybe make a product like this work. But imagine no chemicals, no muss. You stick it on your neck. Many people are able to peel it off in the morning and then put it back on the next night. So you get 2 nights out of a patch. Some people are able to cut them in half, and use half because their body doesn't need a lot of signaling. And then I tell folks that if you're using one a day, take this one off and you put it down on your left foot, on the top of your foot, right between your little toes right here, but right here, here's your ankles back here, top of your foot, put it right here, and you'll have this nice euphoric feeling all day long. It's going to be right at a gallbladder meridian, which is very important to how the body, it's the king of the meridians. It's going to allow the body to get the signaling. It's not going to make you tired. It's just going to make you kind of euphoric, kind of like, wow, I just feel good today. So kind of dual use, you peel it off, you put it on your foot, go to work and enjoy your day. Do this for 3 or 4 days and then don't do it. And then you're like, man, that was making a big impact. So the power of what we can do energetically to the body is absolutely amazing. And this was one of my flagship products. The reorder rate on this now is growing incredibly. And I want to introduce it to your customers, to your folks, to say, hey, we can make a difference. I can get your sleep better. I can get your pain down. I can get your energy up. I can get your weight down. I can rebalance your body. Your blood pressure is going to fall. All the things that cause you to be diswell, or dis at ease or out of homeostasis, I can help solve when I get you to sleep better and get you motivated the next day.
Interesting, very interesting. And are these the same stickers that you could also, place on your cell phone?
No, these are completely different. When you're using energy medicine, you have to be very careful that we build a 7-layer stack of frequencies. Okay, we have base layers that are colloidal water, and then we use minerals and vitamins. And as we go up the stack, the molecules get more complex, but the use of the product gets more narrow. So I would never use this as an energy product because it's got melatonin and things to bring your body down. There's probably the product that we'd use on a cell phone. This product probably has 70, 80% in common with this product, okay, in frequency. But when it comes to distinguishing the two, this is a calming down, anti-anxiety kind of approach. Okay, the molecules that we'd use here, this is absolutely stimulate the blood to respond to what's happening when negative energies hit the body. So big understanding here is that an acupuncturist would diagnose you and sense what's going on in your body, and then look for areas to remove or add energy or frequencies that can make a biological difference. So whether it's sleep, whether it's pain, whether it's we have an allergy product in development that we'll be bringing out. Every patch now is going to be different, not just by where you put it, by what frequencies are in it. I wouldn't be very successful if I said, take this patch and put it on your heart chakra. It's just not a good spot for the kind of signaling you want to make happen. We need it on the gallbladder, who's the king, especially during the night. It actually takes over and it pretty much dominates the body. And that gallbladder meridian runs right down the side of your body, all the way down to the top of your foot. So you use it here. This signals that connection between the vasovagus nerve and the spine, right? The connection point. And once that's happening, we now have the body is now sensing with each other and is starting to come in harmony with what the autonomic, the spine system's doing, and the brain, the conscious system's doing. And we can calm you down and put you to a better sleep.
It sounds amazing. I mean, I have to say it's a natural thing. It's better than going to the farmer and making them rich. And, we pay for killing ourselves slowly. This is much a better alternative for overall energy and wellness.
Yeah. And Nicholas, we've got at Body Align, I am not trying to sell you snake oil. I'm not trying to sell you something that doesn't make an impact to your body, right? If this doesn't work, you have two choices. Send it back to me, okay, or pass it on, okay? Send it back to me. I buy these back. I have a clinic next door that takes care of battered women. We provide any of the products that we get back. We have a blue light sterilizer and an autoclave. We'll put them in, make sure they're clean, pass them on. So the people next door pass them out to their visitors, okay, that come by. I'm not ashamed of getting a product back that doesn't work. So if it doesn't work, send it back. But I can tell you it's worth the try. Okay, you got nothing at risk other than the shipping to get it to you, right? That's all you have at risk, because I'll buy the product back. It's not a big deal. So it's very important to me, because that's one of the feedbacks that I use is how much product gets returned to the company versus how much I ship. You can kind of give me a feel for how the product's working out there. So I'm a 30-day money back guarantee. It doesn't work, ship it back. This we have in a 6-day trial pack. So it gives you 6 days, 6 nights to try it. If it doesn't work, you got a couple bucks invested, not a big deal. You take the 30-day pack, it doesn't work. It doesn't work on your wife, doesn't work on your mom, send it back and we'll give it all your money back. I'm not trying to keep your money if it doesn't work for you.
No, of course. Well, what I'll do, thank you, Steve, so much for that presentation. What I'll do is I'll leave the link below in the description so that people can have a look if they wish to. Is there anything that you'd like to share to the viewers today?
Yeah, I want to talk about another product on the wellness spectrum, okay? So there are 330 million people in the States, 8 billion in the world. And I guarantee if I polled any one of them any one day of the week, okay, everyone would say they have pain.
Right.
Every one of them say their body's at dis-ease from a physical pain standpoint. Some of it's passing, some of it's chronic, some of it's just temporary. They broke their arm, but we all have pain. And I've worked my tail off for the last 15 years, looking how pain behaves in the body, what causes it. Where's the connection? What's getting processed from the spine to the brain? And I've introduced this as a 3 or 4 year old product for the company. This is our patch, our pain patch. Mm-hmm. We used to have just circular holograms, and we've gone to a patch now. This product, 90+% of the population says they get significant pain relief on single point pain. So if you've got a sore shoulder, or you've got a sore neck, you can use this patch. You peel it off, put it on the pain center. You leave it there until the pain starts to come back. Okay. Could be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Okay. When it starts coming back, you would peel this off and put on a new one. Okay. This doesn't heal you. None of my products heal you, but they all get your body to deal with it by itself. No drugs, no chemicals, just frequencies, just 280 to 300 frequencies that we've put in here in order to alleviate inflammation, to calm the neurons down so they're not randomly broadcasting, to drive dopamine, to drive serotonins into the body so they can take care of the pain itself. The body doesn't want to be in pain. It's using it to signal you you're in distress, right? So what we can do is get the body to say it's under control. The spine's got it under control, repair is going on, and you're going to come back. 90+% of the population, you can see this all over the Bodyline website and all over the Patriots websites. This product is just a blockbuster. And the same comment I make is try it. If you got a sore knee or a sore back or a sore leg, you put this on, you're not getting any chemicals. You're not getting anything other than telling your body to take care of it, right? Just like an acupuncture would treat you for pain with needles and frequencies themselves. So this product would just go on. If, like I said, if you got a sore elbow, you're going to put it right on your elbow and you're ready to go. So wear them in the shower. You just peel them off when they're done. You throw them away. And if they don't work, pass them on to a friend, see if they get pain relief, or send them back to us. Again, we sterilize them and send them next door and allow the folks over there to enjoy them. But, Nicholas, pain is another major reason that we're not happy, that we're not sleeping. There's so much between pain and sleep that drives our wellness down. That's the reason I came out with these products first, because I needed a way to get people to see the basic needs are pain relief and sleep to push their bodies back up to wellness. That is my mission in life, is to show people a way to get more well, okay, to push their body back to a better, call it the DNA homeostasis. What our DNA that we're born with tells us where we should be at any time, not what's happening with all the pollution, the negative energies, the destructive forces that are around us, both spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. How do we overcome those? And I picked pain and sleep to get started. We have others in development. We have a significant investment in a detox patch that'll be available in the next couple of weeks or so. You'd be able to wear that and use the body to flush some of the toxins that are in our bodies from our environment. So whether it's a heavy metal, whether it's pieces of our cells that have been destroyed need to be flushed out, and any of the other chemicals from DDT to nicotine that's in our body is going to help flush that out of the body and get it into the sweat and the air, get it into the toilet, get it into the shower, so it gets out of our body and you don't have to worry about it. So, Nicholas, these two products, I promise you, when people use these, are going to have a major impact. Now, the downside of this product, in all transparency, is if you have things like fibromyalgia or lupus or arthritis, and you have pain in many, many spots, the product will work very well, but it's probably not super economical to have a patch in 8-9 places on your body because they are expensive. Okay. So what I encourage you to do is try in the most high pain center of the body. And that should be enough maybe to release enough of the serotonins and dopamines to calm the whole body down. So it's worth a try. We are working on a better, more nervy-like pain patch that's in development. It'll be July, August timeframe. So I'll be talking on your show about that. We'll be actually asking some of your folks to volunteer for our trial to test that out. Folks that have super nervy pain, like neuropathy and stuff, where their hands just don't work because it just constantly aches. And it's typically not from inflammation. It's typically because those nerves firing back and forth just don't ever calm down. So this patch would work well if you had it, but it would only be good for one hand. Okay. Just one hand is all you'd be able to get out of it. And then before long, you've got 50 cents a day invested in several spots in your body, and it just becomes economically poor. But I leave that up to the folks that are using the product to figure out how to make the economics work. So it's not too bad, 3 or 4 days out of these, and you get some significant pain relief. Pretty exciting. So, Nicholas, I just introduced you 2 of the key wellness pieces, and I call them the basic building blocks. I help you sleep. I get you out of pain. I promise you, I do those 2 things simultaneous in the course of a month. Your blood pressure is going down. Your anxiety is going down. Maybe your hair will start growing back. I doubt it, but there are so many good biological things that can happen when I can improve your sleep and decrease your pain.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds fantastic, Steve. No, thank you so much. Again, I will leave the link below in the description, and I would love to try some myself. you know.
Well, we will get some in the mail to you, my friend.
If you could do that, that would be amazing. I could try
absolutely.
them out. And
next time I see you, be like, oh, Steve. But I challenge you. This is my challenge to you. I'm going to send you a bunch of them, right? I want you to find 3 or 4 people that are in pain without telling them a lot about the product.
Okay.
And just say, hey, try this. Non-chemical, non-steroids, try it. Okay.
And we'll see.
You might have the psychosomatic effect, right? You have this great expectation. You're going to find somebody. I did it to a lady on the plane right outside her pants. Boom, right on the side of her knee, one on each side. Little old lady with a cane walking down the aisle. And I was telling her about what's going on. I said, you want to try it? She said, sure. Boom. She got walked off the plane without using her cane. She said there was no pain. And that's not even touching her skin. Would never recommend putting it on your clothes unless you don't know the person. It's probably the only option you got. But she was able to, now she's a customer and now I supply her the product because she's one of the folks that I can talk about. But she couldn't believe that non-chemicals, that I could make that sort of biological change and provide her a lot less pain in her, where she wouldn't need a cane, but I'm making her use her cane because she's just too unstable, right? But it isn't because she's in a lot of pain. It's because she's an old lady and a little unstable. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get them to you. And I want next time we're together, you're going to give me the testimonial that says, hey, this is the kind of impact I made on someone.
Yeah, I really want to. I'm really curious. I like testing things out and it sounds great, honestly. And I've heard many great things from others. I would like to experience it myself too. I'm very young still, so I don't have much pain yet. So,
but you do know somebody, right? You
do
get injured, right? So this is something you could keep in your...
I'll be honest, my dad's got lupus. So he's actually got lupus. You mentioned lupus, which is very interesting. So
is his pain pretty localized or is it pretty broad?
It's here and there. It depends. It's a bit, it's here and there. He gets joint problems. I mean, he knows his body quite well. So he would know if it, he would know when something is improved.
Right. I look forward to him trying it out and finding those really bad spots that just ruin his day. We can put a patch on there and push his body back, but I'll be using him for my, the newer products that we're working on. That's, like I said, more nervy based than inflammation based. Absolutely. So this is something you keep in your medicine cabinet or your wellness cabinet in my book, right? Is if you do have an injury that you're in pain, even cutting yourself, or if you're going to break a bone, right? If you've got a broken bone, after the doctors reset everything, because you need pain feedback, right? To know what's going on. Afterwards, you could put this right over your cast or right on the soft cast near the skin, and you're going to signal to the body and not need narcotics in order to take your pain down. That's my goal, is to give people pain relief using their own body and not have to use narcotics to go do that.
Absolutely. Well, Steve, thank you so much for today. And we'll speak again very, very soon. And I look forward to the products, and God bless.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.